Welcome to Jack vs. Nutrition, where we bust some of the most persistent myths about parrot diets, armed not with a PhD, but with the lived experience of a human who is very much still alive, despite the various attempted hits from one extremely plucky parrot.
Myth 1.
Parrots eat seeds in the wild, so they can eat seed mixes in captivity. The truth is that commercial seed mixes are just filled with absolute rubbish. Yes, parrots do eat seeds in the wild. They eat a huge variety at different stages of ripeness and often mixed with bark, fruit and grit. What they don't eat is 99p corner shop mix that's 90% sunflower seeds. Jack was on a seed-heavy diet before she came to me. African greys are so stubborn, and so I have tried to adjust and give Jack health whilst also making sure that she actually eats. If you know parrots, you know that their intelligence takes a dive when it comes to eating something they are not keen on. They'd sooner starve. And if you're ever feeling really sad about your life and like there's no point to your existence, then just be grateful that you're not a pellet in a seed mix that's marketed for parrots, because that is the true definition of pointless. The recommended dry food aspect of a parrot's diet is pellets. Unfortunately, Jack plucking hates pellets. I wouldn't touch one with a 10-foot barge pole. So what I do is I blend Harrison's pellets and I add them into her chop mix. Myth 2. If a bird won't eat healthy food, it's a lost cause. It definitely feels like that, but we should never give up. Jack would have definitely been a lost cause. She is the poster girl for how long you can refuse to eat something that's healthy. Parrots are creatures of habit, and offering something just once isn't really a fair trial, it's just an introduction. It can take weeks, months, or, with Jack it took years for them to even sniff something new. Not every single method of sneaking vegetables into a parrot's diet is going to work for everybody. For me, I added blended pellets to Jack's chop mix, and to get her to eat chop, I had to add egg to it. Every time. An egg isn't good for parrots in that amount, but I had to do it because it was the lesser of two evils. And then I started reducing the amount of egg that was in the chop until finally now egg is a treat in the chop. And it took a long while to get there, and it was also fruit heavy rather than vegetable heavy. But we adapted and we made it work. But some tried and tested tactics from other parrot owners are to clip leafy greens and hang them like toys, to cut fruit into novelty shapes like cubes. Parrots explore with their beak, and so this should be at the forefront of your mind when doing this stuff for them. Eat it yourself in front of them, because it doesn't matter if it's nice. If you're eating it, then they want it, because why should you have something that they haven't got? Regardless of whether they'll enjoy it or not, they probably won't, but they'll still be happy that they took it from you. Myth 3. Parrots can eat whatever I eat. I actually do share bits of food with my flock. I'm not a healthy eater. Some avian experts would probably have me crucified. But if we're being honest, captive parrots often lack stimulation, and sharing little bites of food supports flock mentality and bonding. I think it helps their mental health. And it's not a free rein to give them whatever you want, and I'm not saying that. Parrots aren't built like us. Their kidneys can't handle salt like ours can. Their livers can't cope with fatty meats or processed food. Their systems are fine-tuned for raw plant-based diets, fruit, bark, leaves, and seeds. So while Jack might steal a bit of toast every now and again, her actual meals on a daily basis are carefully balanced, because what makes her happy in the short term could really hurt her in the long term. And she deserves a bit of both. And the whole parrot thing is a balancing act. Myth 4. Fruit is really healthy, so we can just give them loads. Fruit is the shiny sticker of the bird world food. It looks really good and it's marketed really good. And yes, they do eat fruit, but too much equals a sugar overload for them. And parrots are small, and so a grape to them is probably like a Mars bar to us. And not all fruit is created equally. There are many fruits that contain seeds or pits that are toxic to birds because of the compounds that make cyanide or something like that. So fruit should be a treat, a foraging treat, or if you need to use it like I did in enormous volumes, against all parrot advice, I used it to get Jack to eat her chop. In the long run, that was a way that I could get Jack onto more vegetables. And slowly and over time, just like the egg, I begun to reduce the amount of fruit that was present in Jack's chop. One of Jack's favourite vegetables right now is steamed carrot, cut into a little circle. I've had people online tell me that there's no need to steam carrots, and if you watch my cooking videos with the birds, you'll see that I usually do add raw carrot as well. But I will give Jack whatever vegetable she wants to eat, however she wants to eat it, because that for us is a win. And so always try to remember that when you see parrots online and you don't necessarily know their background, if they're doing something a certain way, then there's probably a really good reason for that. So final thoughts. Bird diets aren't a science experiment. They're a journey. They're a journey between you and your birds, and no two parrots are the same. Some things you'll get wrong, some things will surprise you. But if you listen, research, adapt, and build trust, you will get there. Because if Jack can do it, then any bird can do it.